Michael Saylor has become a famous figure in the crypto space, as his company was the first big corporation to put Bitcoin on its balance sheet. And according to Business Insider, his cost basis for all his Bitcoin purchases is around the $30,000 mark, so he too is now in negative territory. Having bought Bitcoin over the last year multiple times using several methods including debt and equity and cash, he will be close to being all in. So the question is, as he now has billions invested and his reputation on the line, is Michael Saylor worried right now? And so in this video, we'll be looking at the latest thoughts of Michael Saylor after this most recent crash, including, is Michael Saylor worried right now? Then keeping your eye on the ball as he shares what he believes is going on behind all this volatility. And then we'll finish with the bear market mindset as he points out it's not just crypto that is crashing right now, and he leaves us with his best advice for getting through this bear market. As always, if you do enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like. Always appreciated. Okay, first up, it's no secret that Michael Saylor has been plowing billions of dollars into Bitcoin, and as his position has now turned negative, and there being a high probability of bigger drops to come, is Michael Saylor worried right now?
I'm not so bothered by the situation we're in right now. I mean, other people have a lot of anxiety, and I suppose I'm empathetic to anybody that does have anxiety, but people that don't really understand how Bitcoin works are just trading it based upon a back-tested model. So the back-tested model says it's correlated to risk assets with higher volatility. So therefore, if I think risk is going to trade off, I should trade it. Again, they're traders. The traders are in a tug of war with the technocrats. The technocrats are bearish. They're afraid. The traders are mercenary, right? They'll just make a buck. The maximalists are already all in. We're dollar cost averaging. So we're kind of along for the ride. And the Fed's going to control the mood of the traders and the technocrats in the near term. And the Fed's jerking everybody around. But in time, if the economy actually truly compresses, that someone will come back and they'll lighten up some of the monetary policy. We'll go the other direction. I don't really try to figure it out that much because I'm not sure you can figure it out. So I wouldn't even worry about it.
So he says he's really not that bothered with everything going on right now and that he doesn't really have any anxiety. He alludes to the fact that it's all being caused by these trading algorithms. Basically, there are tons of people and whales and hedge funds who are all trading the crypto market. So these computer algorithms have all pigeonholed crypto into this high-risk, highly volatile bucket, which means something to avoid during big downturns. And trying to figure this stuff out or trying to time the market is kind of pointless, as the traders will be trading and the hodlers will be dollar cost averaging in for the ride. Okay, next up, in the middle of all this fear, uncertainty, and doubt, it's very easy to forget the big picture of what is going on in the background.
I think the currency will continue to expand, right? The supply of currency will continue to expand regardless of the Fed policy. There's no policy to decrease the money supply. It's just a question of at what rate do we grow the money supply. It will keep expanding. And I think that the most critical issue to understand is regardless of what the Fed does, the currency supply in the US will expand. But regardless of what the Fed does, the currency supply in the rest of the world will expand faster, right? The Japanese have a yield curve pegged to 25 basis points, which means they're buying every bond, right, in order to keep the 10-year rate at 25 basis points. And they will pump infinite yen into the system in order to keep their interest rates effectively at zero. Mm-hmm. So that's the third biggest currency in the world. Mm-hmm. right? So the Chinese are expanding their currency. The Japanese are expanding their currency. The currencies in South America are collapsing. Argentina is staring at a currency crisis, right? So the Argentine currency collapses. What's the solution? Get a $40 billion loan in US dollars. Okay, where'd that money come from? Okay, we printed $40 billion. We sent it to Argentina. Okay, that's just created out of nothing, right? So I think that the currencies are going to continue to expand. The currencies are going to continue to weaken against the dollar. The dollar is going to continue to weaken against scarce, desirable assets.
So the main point he was making is that in all of this fear and panic going on, the central banks around the world will continue to debase their currencies, and you're going to want to be owning financial assets. Remember, at its peak, it was inflating the money supply close to 25%. And so the longer-term investing plan is always the same. You want to be owning scarce, desirable, hard assets. Okay, to finish up, Michael Saylor shares his way of thinking and dealing with this bear market. As he points out, it's not just crypto that is getting crushed right now.
If you look at the investors in everything, how do you think the Peloton investors feel right now? How about the Amazon investors? How do they feel right now? The Facebook investors, how do they feel? How do investors in LA property feel? How do investors in real estate feel? How do investors in international stocks feel? How do investors in the bond market feel? You love gold? Gold is down versus when we started buying Bitcoin. Okay, it's not working. So tell me who actually in the world doesn't feel anxiety right now. And then the irony is Bitcoin's winning. Bitcoin's outperforming everybody else over a 24-month time frame and a 48-month time frame. So everyone's got anxiety. And the real question is, what's the safe haven right now? What is the safe haven? Tell me one piece of land or company or commodity or bond or currency in all of South America that you want to own other than a Bitcoin. What's better than a Bitcoin? Right? Same in Africa, same in Asia, same in South America. So the world's full of a lot of chaos and a lot of anxiety. And I think that, a very simple principle is in a world where everyone is dissipating their energy, the most rational strategy is to conserve yours. It's very simple. While everybody else is losing their mind, right? They're going crazy. They're trying to stop the passage of time, or they're trying to fight off the inevitable by trading or hedging or running or screaming. The right thing to do is just do the Bruce Lee move where you just sit down in a lotus position and take a deep breath and chill and wait. And the Hippocratic Oath, do no harm. That's the beauty of Bitcoin. And if you take that point of view, then I think you're fine. And then you don't really get caught up in all this other hysteria.
Michael Saylor has been one of the most influential Bitcoin investors over the past 12 months. Out of the 30 or so companies that have added Bitcoin to the corporate treasury, his company MicroStrategy is still number one, currently owning over $3 billion worth. After the most recent crash, he says that he really isn't that bothered and doesn't have any anxiety just yet. And he says we have to keep our eye on the big picture, which is central banks around the world will continue to debase their currencies, and when the cycle reverses, as it always does, you will want to be owning hard assets. And the quote to finish on, when everybody else is dissipating their energy, the most rational strategy you can do is to conserve yours. Do that and you'll be just fine. So there you are, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Do you think Michael Saylor is worried right now? Or do you think we'll see another Bitcoin purchase coming very soon? Let me know below. But for now, just to say, If you did enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does. If you haven't yet subscribed, click below and join us. Got some great videos coming up that you don't want to miss. Okay, cheers guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.